So I was talking to this girl, and yes, I do talk to girls sometimes, and she mentioned something that stuck with me, and I wanted to share it with you guys. But please, I do not recommend you recreate such conversations with girls. I did not care about her, and I know how to discuss this subject without making her seem bad because that's the important part, but that's not important. If you're not used to talk to girls, don't talk to them about like such BP matters and use terminology like I do. That's never a good idea. But we were talking about relationships. And I mentioned something about girls wasting men's time, like they're not interested in them, but they still go on a date with them and stuff. And she acted like she did not understand that. And I was confused because, like, you're a girl, right? Like, every girl uses men for their attention. But then I remembered something from her dating history is that she never did that. Actually, she never did. Since she's like 16, all the guys that I've seen or that I've heard about were Chads. She only went for guys she's genuinely interested in. That's maybe the minority of girls, but she was not lying. Actually, she never did that. So I had to explain to her, like, there are a lot of girls who would waste guys' times. Like, they clearly cannot picture themselves having anything sexual with them, yet they talk to them, they entertain them, they meet with them, they waste their times. And she told me, like, yeah, I understand now. A lot of my girlfriends do that. Actually, one time they recommended that I do so. So basically, her girlfriend saw that she was on the CCC too long and told her, like, listen, you've been on the carousel for so long, try dating a reliable guy. And reliable is code for oofy doofy because that's not an attractive guy. Why would you otherwise use the word reliable? So she went on a date with this reliable guy. She did not want to, she did it just because her friend told her that that's the right thing to do. So she went to a high-end restaurant, and for the sake of like counting for inflation, this in the US would be like a $300 steakhouse kind of deal. And she ordered the most expensive steak, and I kid you not, guys, I'm just telling you exactly what she told me. It wasn't tasty. Like, I ordered the most expensive steak and I could not enjoy it. And it was clear that she was not enjoying it because of the guy she's eating it with. Because I followed up, would you rather eat like some samsa or pirogi or whatever, like something you can get in any Russian shop with a guy you're actually interested in? She said, yes, definitely 100 times. I could even not eat anything. Just a walk in the park with a guy that I'm attracted to would make me happier. And bro, like, hearing her telling me that, like, that raw, well, I told you, bro, that is like brutal. Anyway, it reminded me of video of Coach Red Pill. If you don't know who he is, you can find his videos on YouTube. He was talking about a girl he was dating, and he mentioned in the story that they went on a trip together that he paid for, of course. He bought her a laptop and then he bought her a camera like in less than 6 months. And I was like, isn't that like too much? Like, why is he talking about like that it's normal to spend that amount of money on a girl you're not even married to? And we were discussing this with my friend, and we both agreed that we would never be happy in a relationship where spending a lot of money sounds like the norm. So basically, with his existence, he's like here, she's here, and with the spending, he gets close to her. It did not feel like genuine at all, especially that we are far from traditional roles. It's not like when you're gonna marry or get a relationship with a girl is that she's gonna like take care of your house. We are way past that traditional reward. So sitting in a position with the traditional role doesn't sit right with me. Like, why is even Coach Red Pill talking about like spending this amount of money, taking her on trips, buying cameras, buying a laptop, as if it's like trivial details? Like, yeah, I bought her like, I don't know, a coffee or something. He's mentioning things that cost thousands of dollars that she clearly could not get on her own. He's getting her that, and they are equal in the relationship. I don't know, if I was spending that amount of money, honestly, I would expect you to be a word I cannot say on YouTube, but I expect a lot, okay? I'm not gonna use any words. So, in my dating life, in my own personal dating life, I have seen this discrepancy where there are a lot of very, very attractive girls who would make it easier, while there are girls who are less attractive who would make it harder. So, a girl I would deem like an 8, like a Stacy, that I would be glad like to go out with, I would be not even just happy to be, I would use her to get other girls jealous, like to get pre-selection. And those girls we were just happy going to coffee with me, they were happy just meeting in the park, they were even Like, guys, this is legit. The more time I date the most is before I play football. So I play football in the center city, like usually by night, like by 8 or by 10 p.m. And I get the girl to go there with me by 6 or like 2 hours just before football. We walk it together. Then sometimes they sit and watch me play. Sometimes I just let them go home and go play. But I don't spend any time on them and we have an enjoyable time. Sometimes we meet later. Sometimes leads to something, sometimes never. The girls who text me like a restaurant location, like I want to go to this specific restaurant, and I'm like confused, and then she follows by, will you pick me up or you're gonna send me a cab? And I'm like, you're not even half as attractive as the girl that I went with to the park yesterday. And guys, this is like two things, right? There is a girl who knows her value, the power of the pussy, like she knows that men are pursuing the pussy and she knows her quote unquote value. Like I really put a lot of quotes because she can leverage that. Like then there is the other factor, which is taking me as an oofy doofy. Like she looked at me and I said, like, okay, this guy cannot be a Chad. He's my oofy doofy, so this is the deal. And of course, I never take them on that because I'm not interested in that. So yeah, I usually filter for that. I really, really want to make sure that I'm not going to spend any money on you. Are you interested in going out with me? Usually the girls who are interested will stay, those who are not will filter out, and then I don't waste my time on those who were intending to waste my time. Now, this is very important. I do not claim to be a Chad, because for a Chad, getting Chad treatment is the norm. That is the majority of his interactions with girls. There are sometimes exceptions, like girls who want to oofy doofy him, like they want to, I don't know, prove something and they try to impose their rules on Chads, but it rarely works, right? Because Chad has so many options. But as a guy in my current SMV, I can get some Chad treatment if everything happens right, if there is some a little bit pre-selection, if I'm in the niche of the girl, like she's attracted to my stereotype. This does not allow me to lead like a Chad life, but it allows me enough Chad interactions, Chad treatments, quote unquote, to get the dynamic of how a Chad actually lives. So with this experience, I do have a lot of stories. The few times in which I was Chad treated allowed me to understand how the interactions work, how a girl would treat me if she was interested in me. So now I know what to ask for, I know what to wait for, because I'm not a girl, I cannot ask from a girl anything, but I can at least filter out girls by who is willing to give me this treatment. So if I match like 20, 30 girls, I will be just inviting them to the park, like 25 of them will disappear. Like there will be only 2 dates maybe out of 30 matches or even less. But I can share with you all this. If you like this video and subscribe to my channel, I can tell you more stories of the short window peaks where I was like getting Chad treatment, because let's face it, no real Chad is gonna sit here and tell you how it feels to be Chad treated. And I'm not claiming I'm a Chad again. I repeat it. Like, there's a huge difference. The Chad, this is his daily life. This is his interactions with almost every girl. I'm saying I had opportunities to talk to girls and understand how they behave when they're actually interested in the guy. And if you want to filter this for yourself, bro, I cannot guarantee that you will ever experience this in your life. Most likely you never will. And it can be a good thing, because you know now, if you're not being treated in this way, you are being seen as an oofy doofy. There you can just abandon the relationship, try to find a new one. If you are like this with every single girl in your life and you tried like 100, 200 girls and none of them could see you as a Chad, none of them could give you the real Chad treatment, then you might realize that it is over for you and you try something else. Maybe geomaxing, maybe, I don't know what you, this is very individual, I'm not gonna get into this. But if you want me to share more stories like this, subscribe, like the video. Guidance Vault retreating.